Now, before I can work on here, I need to practice blending in my learning log or on a separate sheet of paper. I'm just gonna draw a few shapes. Maybe I'll do a square, and then maybe I'll do a triangle, and maybe another type of triangle, long and skinny. And think about some of the shapes that you would have in your tree, because essentially we're practicing before we get onto our final copy. So maybe I'll try to make one of these more oblong kind of shapes. The negative spaces between my trees like this. So I would like you to do 3 to 4 shapes, and then once you choose your colors, those are the colors that you're going to be coloring with. So when we color, we want to make sure that we still go in order. So when you think about the rainbow, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, the order for the colors would be blue, purple, red, or red, purple, blue. We don't want to go from red to blue or from blue to red. So we want to do the colors in order. Let's say I want to start with red, then my next color I would go to would be purple and then blue. We'll start over here. One of the goals of blending or coloring is to start with kind of a scratchy light color. So I'm going to do about a third of this. I'm going to divide this in thirds, and I'm going to do a third red, then I'm going to do a third purple, and then I'm going to do the other third blue. Now you don't necessarily have to do it a third, but this is just a good way to start. And remember, this is a practice. Now the important step is that we don't want to see lines right here where these colors are touching. We actually want to overlap. So I'm going to go into the red with the purple, and I'm going to go into the blue with the purple. And then I'm going to go back with my red, and each time I go over it, I'm working to get rid of all of the white space in my shape. So I'm not really coloring hard necessarily, but I'm going over it and again and again and again. And then I can do the same thing with the purple. Go back over. The goal here, remember, is to make all the white go away. The goal is to make sure that we are blending so that you do not see a clear line between one color and the next. And the goal is to make all the white go away. And then once I'm happy with the color transitions, I can go ahead and get a little bit darker. So now with the blue, you can see that I'm pushing a little bit harder. The blue is turning darker. And I have a transition from red to purple to blue, but you can't exactly tell where one color starts and the other ends. So I'm gonna do one here, but I'm gonna do this without doing the blending. So I'm gonna show you what we don't wanna do. So I'm going to start out the same way. I'm going to do thirds. And then I'm going to go to purple. And then I'm going to go to blue. And then I can go back in. I can go overlap it a little bit. And I can get darker. Now, can you tell the difference between these two and how one seems a little bit more stripy than the other? The biggest difference I have done here is even though my color change is going from one side to the other, right, this way, but then I colored up and down this way. So that creates a pretty strong line of where one color stops and the other ends. Okay, in order for this to blend better, my color change is going this way, right? But my direction of coloring also goes this way. So when you go over, when you're overlapping a little bit, it blends better. You're going to want to continue practicing until you figure out the gradation here and stay away from the stripes. So the stripes, this is not what we want. So you want to keep practicing until you get it like this.